Hello. Hello, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. Sagittarius. Well, maybe you have multiple planets in Sagittarius. Maybe you have a Sagittarius Jupiter. Maybe Sagittarius is your signature sign. If you have significant Sagittarius energy, this is a reading for you. Sagittarius, if you appreciate my time and energy in doing these readings, let me know. Sagittarius, give me a thumbs up. And Sagittarius, oh, I thought it was something there, but it wasn't. And Sagittarius, if you'd like to see more, if you're not already subscribed, you can consider subscribing, Sagittarius. If you like hearing cat meows, Sagittarius, you should definitely subscribe because I have so many different types of cat meows to listen to. I got sweet cat meows, I have loud cat meows, I have angry cat meows, I have sad cat meows, I have happy cat meows. I have all the cat meows one could possibly want or not want on this channel. So that's another reason, Sagittarius, if you like your messages with interchanged with meows, you should definitely check out my content. Right now it's quiet though. Isn't that odd, Sagittarius? I can't believe it. Why are they quiet? Must be a fluke. Anyway, Sagittarius, you get a quiet reading. Thank you for the likes. But I'm sure there'll be other readings, Sagittarius, where you'll get plenty of cat meows. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, this is a reading to check out your collective energy right now. Sagittarius, I actually meant to do your reading a day or two ago, but for some reason, I did Aries twice. So now I'm finally getting to you. Let's go and see what a message is for, I'm going to put this over here, for a Sagittarius. Thank you for the like. All right. I have 5 of Pentacles, Sagittarius, bottom of the deck energy. The sun, tide is turning. Tide is turning. And arduous energy I have here, Sagittarius, also too, a necessity, Sagittarius, to be a little cold yourself. Of course, I don't see you being cold. I see you becoming cold, but I see that being a struggle. You've had to grow a callus somewhere, Sagittarius. Let's go and find out more. 5 of Pentacles. It's clarified by a Queen of Pentacles. The Fool. Sagittarius. Looks like there are people that you are meant to separate from, Sagittarius. Perhaps it was harder for you to separate from those people because of sentimentality and just honest care. Emotional investment, Sagittarius, which turns into investment of your resources, your time, your energy. And the energy that I have right here, Sagittarius, looks like circumstances have put some distance between you and some company, Sagittarius, that you needed to get away from in your energy. You needed to be cut off from Sagittarius so they wouldn't go and take your energy. There was a cycle, Sagittarius, in which you gave too much, cared too much, paid attention too much, spoke too much, something that would block you from where you were supposed to go. And also, too, the new opportunities, Sagittarius. That's what I see first and foremost. But let's go and essentially, this was like that card wants to fall out. I'm going to take it, but I'm still going to pull. But Sagittarius, first and foremost, I see distance, and that distance, cards are saying is necessary. Energy is saying is necessary precisely because you would give too much. Perhaps, Sagittarius, you still give too much. What deep emotional investment I have here, Sagittarius. I really do. Bottom of the deck energy, 5 of Wands, also 2 with that 5 of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy with 9 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, someone waiting for the next opportunity to come through, next meeting to come up, Sagittarius. Don't focus on, I could wrap up this reading very, very fast, but I'll clarify this a little bit more. The core message here, Sagittarius, whatever has grown cold, Sagittarius, let it remain cold. There is something new and worthwhile, Sagittarius, waiting in the wings that is going to come. A new meeting, Sagittarius. People of support, Sagittarius. A new phase is coming, Sagittarius. But I do feel with that Queen of Pentacles and that other energy that I have here, there is still ties, whether they're emotional. You have not just thin cords of red, Sagittarius, to you and some other circumstance or situation, whoever or whatever may be involved in that, Sagittarius, but you have those thick, twisted ropes, almost like the ropes that you would find in a marina, tying a boat to the dock. Those types of thick coiled ropes that even through the salt and the sun, they remain strong, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you have such an interesting, this is very interesting, especially with the bottom of the deck energy awaiting you for your next phase. Someone is scoping you out. Energy is scoping you out, Sagittarius, to get your attention. Let's find out more. Push that back. Well, that just fell out. So we'll hold on to this 5 of Swords, wherever that 5 of Swords wants to be. I will say, Sagittarius, if I was starting to read signs, well, I do read my Queens as Cardinals. So Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. I read my Fools as Aquarius. 5 of Swords is Aquarius. 5 of Pentacles is Taurus. 10 of Wands is Sagittarius. I'm also going to point out with the preponderance of 5s here, Sagittarius. 5s are such an interesting energy. 5s and 7s, they inspire change. The energy of 5 specifically, Sagittarius, and we have 2 5s here. Of course, 2 5s make a 10, new beginning. 0 is obviously the new beginning. 10's broken down to 1 is a new beginning. Right on the precipice of a new beginning, Sagittarius. And also, too, what I wanted to say about 5s, there are really some interesting energy if you meditate on the vibration of 5, because a 5 really is the catalyst, is the rocket fuel, is the slip before the fall of change. All the other energies you could still go and get by, but a 5 jolts you to where you're supposed to be, what you need to pay attention to, what you need to do. A 5 is literally almost instantaneous. Stares you in the face, and once you see Sagittarius, you can't unsee. So let's go and see Sagittarius. I forgot myself. So much in the energies. Of course, 10 of Wands is Sagittarius energy. But let's go and check out Queen of Pentacles. Actually, I'm most interested in, Queen of Pentacles, one could say earth sign, but you know what a Queen of Pentacles is, and her basic, most essential vibration is one who cares, one who nurtures, one who commits, one who is committed. Dedication. I have a King of Pentacles. I have Chariot. Someone, a Sagittarius, this could be your energy. This could be obviously someone else's energy. I'm also going to say there's a couple messages here. Number one, Sagittarius, you have choices. And in those choices, Sagittarius, well, there's obviously a soulmate pair here with King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. I actually will go and throw a card on that King of Pentacles to see how the King of Pentacles is aspected, because the King of Swords is, not soulmate energy, but someone who sees and recognizes your worth. Someone who sees and recognizes the investment, the good, solid investment you are. They see, which is a little disturbing to me, they see how well you can go the distance, Sagittarius, how dedicated you would be. There's a rationalization here, and together with that rationalization of a 5 of Swords, I find that energy just a tad disturbing. Which is why I'm going to throw a card. Let's go and just clarify this a little bit more, since we have all these kings here. So a King of Pentacles gets a 10 of Swords. A King of Swords gets Justice. That's bringing up our air energy quite a bit. Now I'm curious. It's evaluation, Sagittarius. Oops, my little plant. Let's go and see. King of Pentacles gets a 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so Sagittarius, first of all, this King of Pentacles in your energy, understand this King of Pentacles is not playing games anymore. No games. This person is in good energy. This is a King of Pentacles in good energy. No more games. Very serious, very level-headed. Eye on the ultimate prize. And that is ultimately realizing with your wealth. Wealth is ultimately who you are surrounded by, not necessarily what you surround yourself with. Can't put a monetary value on life. Justice gets also, not Justice, King of Swords gets 4 of Cups and Judgment. Someone who realizes what's really important, Sagittarius. And it took them a bit of time to realize it. That King of Swords, yeah, King of Swords is someone who realizes now what's really important. That this energy very well. Sagittarius could be the same individual. It could also just be with this nexus of five energy, five of pentacles, five of swords. Could also be the nexus of you yourself are almost like drawing people who have reached a certain level of realization and desire to you. As you are in your own moments of reflection, Sagittarius, and in this moment of action, undeniable, unescapable realization, and having to go and move and pivot according to that. How a five moves is not how a five used to move. You have to change, you have to innovate, you have to pivot, you have to reformulate. And these could be the same individuals, just changing in their energy. The Sagittarius, as I mentioned, no nonsense, and someone who has realized what's really important. Could also be bringing people, Sagittarius, who have gone through their own moment of understanding how they've operated before with the Five of Pentacles is not how they can continue acting from now on. All of that energy is under this Queen of Pentacles. And that's the kind of energy, too, that you're drawing towards you. So, we'll check out the Fool. Fool, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. As I mentioned before, with that values that we had with the fives, the Fool being 0, the 10 going down to 1, all about literally being the springboard to the next phase. And that Fool is indeed a next phase with a Page energy. Pages initiate. Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. All right, Sagittarius, I don't even have to do this 10 of Wands. What I am going to tell you is whatever you've been going through, Sagittarius, I would say, yeah, kind of going through now, Sagittarius, for some reason, I do think it's vibrational, and I do think it's what I mentioned before. There was something about how you operated before, and you've been jolted out of that, Sagittarius, to ensure that you don't continue maintaining those cords of care that you've developed towards something, someone, some situation that's unworthy of you. And Sagittarius, I feel like as you've been in this energy, things are going to get busy for you. I'm not going to say whether or not you should move fast on them or not, because, all this energy is very bright. It is very bright energy, very buoyant energy, very hopeful energy, very fast energy. And if you ask me, with these fives and the other energy that's there, I do think, Sagittarius, you can use some speed. And I also think the speed is not detrimental here. It has a lot of faith, Sagittarius. Faith for the good things. And if anything, Sagittarius, this is asking you to reflect upon when you start getting this movement and energy and attraction. Perhaps not to go and entertain all offers that come to you, Sagittarius. Be a little picky and prudent and exclusive. Even so, with a Five of Pentacle energy, be exclusive with who and what you entertain, because I have company coming towards you, Sagittarius. I have serious company coming towards you with serious intentions. And you have choices to make, Sagittarius. That's all that Five of Wands is. How things have been, Sagittarius, is not how things will continue to be. I see popularity coming your way, Sagittarius, and that popularity is going to play for keeps. If they're not going to play for keeps, they're going to play for a monopoly on your consideration, a monopoly on your attention, a monopoly on your commitment. And you, what the situation is right now is not how the situation will be. You have choices to make. And a new type of burden coming your way. Who do you choose to open yourself up to? And you have to judge as well, Sagittarius, in this energy, this sincerity. Because I do feel sincerity from both. One is definitely a soulmate pair. And the other one, Sagittarius, is someone who understands the important things, the truly important things in life. Choice is yours, Sagittarius. Hello, Gabrielle. Thank you, everybody, so much for the likes. Yes, if you appreciate my time and energy, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to send a little love my way, donation details are in the description. I'm not going to bother necessarily reading the signs out any more than I have, although I do have Aquarius, I have Capricorn, I have Virgo, I have Libra, I have Cancer. But you know, Sagittarius, more than all those sorts of things, it's the energy of realization. And as I said, one can't go back to how they've lived previously. Now you're being forced and called upon to innovate, but likewise, the people who will be coming towards you, Sagittarius, they have also gone through that same sort of realization. I don't know what kind of intentions they had before, Sagittarius, before they became in the vibration of a King of Pentacles and a King of Swords. But with those fives there, transformation for you and transformation for them, and an understanding and a desire not to go back to what has already been done thus far, but understanding the growth and to go and form your own beauty and richness of life. Today and tomorrow are new opportunities, new experiences, and new types of steps must be taken. Anyway, Sagittarius, until next time, bye-bye.